basically, to get hired in tech, you need a portfolio. You need to be able to pass a technical interview. You can complain all you want that these are not requirements that you're a fan of, but that's what you need. And the sooner that you just push through your discomfort, your fear, your anger, whatever it is you're feeling, and you go do those two things, the sooner you're going to get a job. And for technical interviews, this is a learned skill. You can practice, you should practice, you can get better. Nobody's good at technical interviews. That's the point. And so she made us, she'd be like, you can pick your own problem. I don't care. Go on LeetCode. Here's my list. Like, pick whatever problem you want. Time yourself for 45 minutes, put a camera on yourself, get a whiteboard or a piece of paper and code through your problem and talk through the logic as you go. And then go get a drink, go get a snack, come back and watch yourself and be critical. What did you see? Would you hire that person? Why would you hire that person? Why wouldn't you hire that person? And we talked about it. And she was like, I'm going to tell you two things. One, a lot of people don't expect you to solve the problem. They just want to see how your mind works. And they want to see that you're not going to give up. So when you go to that whiteboard to solve that problem, if you go there and you're like silent, how does that interviewer know what's going on in your head? Like, the point of this is to get at what's in your head. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like, you can relate to this, you know, teaching and like putting things on a whiteboard. Cool. And she was like, and two is they're supposed to give you something that you can't solve because they want to see how you approach something that you don't know, because that's software engineering. So if you go to that whiteboard and you're like, oh, I've never seen this. Oh, I'm kind of bad at this. Oh, I don't know. I'm new to the industry. Like, I'm so sorry. I don't have a CS degree. Like, are you going to feel confident in that person? Probably not. And so she was just like, you got to practice and then be hard on yourself. Like, watch that video and see, did I talk out loud and did I speak with confidence or did I talk myself down? On the other side of that interaction, I now volunteer with her and I do mock interviews for, you know, junior level people trying to break into the industry. And I lead a team of developers as well. And I'm just like, yeah, 100%. If you have memorized this problem, I don't want to watch you solve this problem. It's not interesting for either of us. I want to see what happens when you get flustered or when you're completely stuck or when I would use Google, but I'm not allowed to because the constraints of this interview. Like, I totally agree. Like, I want to see how you think and I want to see that you're not going to give up. And a lot of times when I coach people and do mock interviews, especially with women, it's always the top of my sheet. Like, hey, don't talk yourself down. Guess what? You actually solved the problem. You solved it in the allotted time. But do you know what you said while you were solving the problem? You told me, I don't have a CS background. I don't know if I can do this. Oh, I've never seen this before. And you had this very worried face when you said it. Like, how does that sound to you? Do you want to hire that person? And like, usually what I hear back is like, I didn't even realize I was saying that. I was just nervous.